how to flip $100 into $15K in virtual wholesaling. Guys, my name is Ginn, and today we're gonna talk all about how to work in virtual wholesaling with absolutely little to no money at all. $100 isn't a lot of money. Let's get into it. Let's figure out how to get this done. But before I get into it, do me a favor, make sure you smash that like button, hit that subscribe button. It really helps me find people just like you that are trying to figure out wholesaling without all the confusion. So we're gonna flip $100 into $15K. You're thinking like, Rick, have you lost your mind? Honestly, I could do it with $0, but I like to be generous and give you $100. Let's walk through all the ways that you can take advantage of this. And I'm telling you guys, if you can do it for free, $100 should supercharge you to get your first deal or two doing virtual wholesaling. So one of the first things to do, since I have a little money, let's work through some of the free ways, and then we'll work up to stack up the $100. Just because I give you an allowance, I don't care if it's $50, $100, $500, you should always attack the free methods, because the reality is it is free, which is very beneficial to you. And number two, they are some of the most highly effective, most motivated off-market property type of deals. And that's why they work. So many people go, well, it's free, it must not be very good. Actually, it's the opposite. It actually requires work to get these lists. You have to overcome resistance with persistence. Don't forget these free lists. Let's walk through it. So your free government list, to get full details on it, go to freewholesaling.com. I teach you how to do the code violations, the pre-foreclosures, the evictions list. I teach you how to do probates, water shutoffs, fire damage. Teach you how to do the arrest records. I teach you how to connect with bail bonds people. The list is endless. Just because you don't have a lot of resources because you have a limited budget doesn't mean you can't be resourceful. And honestly, really good wholesalers, even in the beginning, they figure out how to get really resourceful. I like to use the word guerrilla marketing tactics, because that is the analogy of an army of just 100 people attacking a 3,000 people army. How do you do it? You have to be extremely strategic, very precise, seem big and fierce when you're really not, and it messes with people. When you do that, you can attack at different focal points. That's what we're here talking about. Just because somebody has a $100,000 marketing budget doesn't mean they're going to be any more effective than your $100. They actually might lose money. You might just lose some time and energy, but I think you're actually going to be more effective than the guy or gal is going to drop 100 grand because you have no idea how much money they're going to make. So another free way is you can drive virtually. That's right. And I'm not talking about like putting on head goggles. You can go to dmzack.com and go through Deal Machine and actually do virtual driving for dollars. Now, you got to learn how to do it, but honestly, it's the only service I've seen that you can actually do this. Some people like to do it by Google Earth photos, and sometimes those are dated through different services. You got to find a way to be super efficient about it. dmzack.com is really your easiest way. Go ahead and check it out. I believe they have a trial free version. And if you're going to do virtual wholesaling, you need every tool at your disposal. Guys, don't forget about SMS text blasting. Oh no, Rick, see, you're going to exceed the $100. No. You're going to do the free SMS text blasting version. And I have very detailed videos. Me and Zach have this on it, where basically you send out 10 texts per hour, 12 hours a day. It's 120. That gets you 3,600 leads you can send in a month. If you want to learn more how to do it, check out my videos on my side here at the Rick and YouTube channel, or just check out Zach and check out Zach's channels, and obviously Flip with Rick. We go through this detail. Gurus don't want you to know about it because they can't get paid on these services, but I'm here to tell you, is it going to be work? Absolutely. But if you have a high quality list, you send out 120 texts a day, eventually you're going to find a motivated seller. Remember, you want to switch them from text to get them on the phone. You can never close a client purely on text because you cannot create rapport. The next one is, I don't want you to overlook JV deals. This is an acronym for joint venture. And this is, so if I'm in Florida and say I'm up in Pennsylvania trying to do deals there, I'm going to find someone locally that knows what they're doing. And if I get a great deal, I'm going to partner up with them and maybe split it 50-50 with them. So maybe they have a very robust cash buyers list. I'm really good at finding motivated sellers. And honestly, the downside in virtual wholesaling is you don't know that local market as well as like a local investor. They're there every day. They go to the grocery stores, the movies. They know everybody that works there. There is power in local knowledge. And if you can utilize it, the first place you do is find other wholesalers, find other cash buyers in the area that are actually doing deals. And in the beginning, you can actually JV with them. Now, the power of JV deals doesn't stop there. You can find local people to be boots on the ground for you. And when you have boots on the ground, they can help you take pictures. They can help you get contracts executed. They can even help walk through your cash buyers through them. Go ahead and find some people you can partner up and work with. It is hugely advantageous. And if you need to use some of that $100 for gas money, maybe somebody driving for dollars, anything like that, it is a huge win-win. You want to use as many resources as possible when it comes to virtual wholesaling. Now, since we're also talking about using boots on the ground in your virtual marketing, you can find someone to go out and put out simple bandit signs. phones. Now, it might cost you around 50 bucks, but they can actually get a white blank sign, put basically 3 lines on there. We buy houses in any condition, any price, and put on a local phone number, and you can answer the phones and they can help you out doing the inspections, and you can split deals with that. I love physical bandit signs. Don't stop there. You can actually do digital bandit signs where you go into multiple Facebook groups, dog lovers, cat lovers, and organically learn how to put posts in there. If you want to learn how to do that, go over to freewholesaling.com. That's 100% free. You're going to have to use some hustle for it, but I get plenty of deals from doing it that way. And then you can also go in the paid Facebook ads. You can find them in your market that you're doing virtually there, and you can put in comments. So we call them like virtual comments, ghost comments, whatever you did. What happens is they hire these ad agencies. Nobody ever responds. And when they have a motivated seller, like, hey, I have a few questions. That's where if you're watching the feed and you get notifications on it, you can actually respond to that customer through a DM or anything like that. And Facebook is a powerful way you can connect with people. You can actually call people. You can do video chats. Don't overlook these free strategies. Now, the last one I'm going to talk about is more of a paid service. So if you have some money and you've committed to spend the $100 right off the bat, one of the ways you can do it is you can use that money towards skip tracing specialty list. Maybe you paid someone to do a driving for dollars list, you gave them some gas money, or maybe you have a deal split with them, you didn't pay them any money and you're gonna split it 50-50. You've got to skip trace those. Now, if you have hundreds of them and you don't want to use truepeoplesearch.com, you can use a service to do the skip trace. It's gonna cost you anywhere from like 10 to 12, 13 cents each. You can use the money towards that. Another way you can also do it is you can go through listrei.com, and there you can actually pull data. You get 10,000 leads a month, and you can do the SMS free text blast. You can do cold calling to them. You do truepeoplesearch.com. You decide how you want to use that money. You can keep it within $100 if you're going to use a lot of your sweat muscle, your equity muscle, because you're going to have to do a lot of manual stuff when you do that. But the really cool thing through listrei.com is you get 10,000 leads in that market every month. Plus, it'll help you pull valuations and comps. This is all really valuable stuff that honestly, sometimes a paid service, I know $100 sounds a lot. It's actually 99. The really cool part is it is so much cheaper than hiring another employee. But if you want to use it to get that data in a reliable fashion, you can do that. You're just going to have to figure out how to contact those customers. Go through the options I said earlier in this list. Remember, SMS free text blasting. You can do cold calling if you can skip trace on your own through truepeoplesearch.com. Guys, what I'm telling you is you have a limited amount of resources due to your financial situation, and that's fine because I started out wholesaling for free, but your resourcefulness is the most important skill that you can learn as a beginning wholesaler. Don't let a lack of funds stop you from being a wildly successful wholesaler. Because if you sit around and wait for money to happen, the only way to make it happen is for you to take action and go out and stop doubting yourself and get these deals. And once you get a deal or two, you can take some of these funds, instead of doing $100, then you can spend $500 a month and eventually $1,000, and you can work your way up to whatever you need. You don't need to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to get deals, especially in virtual wholesaling. Get creative, get resourceful. Remember, it's on you. Don't make excuses. I've just taught you how to do each and every way for $100 or less in any virtual wholesaling market. It is up to you to go out and put it together. Don't let your limited finances limit you. I love virtual wholesaling because some of you guys are stuck in markets that just don't work. A lot of California and New York are like that, but why not, guys? Also, if you're doing virtual wholesaling, I want you to consider always being active in your local market. You might not do as many deals, but when you do a deal, you're going to hit a home run because it's going to be an off-market deal and you are going to have the local real estate knowledge advantage. Don't overlook it. It's really important. Guys, let me know in the comments which of these methods you're using, and can you actually do virtual wholesaling for $100 or less? If you're willing to be resourceful, the answer is yes. And guys, if you got value from this video, do me a favor, make sure you smash that like button, hit that subscribe notification button to continue to receive high quality videos on wholesaling today. This is Rick Ginn, and I'll see you in the next video.